Super Monkey Ball series tilt and roll mechanics already received the Wii treatment in Banana Blitz, but Sega's taken it one step further by including balance board support in its latest iteration, Step and Roll. Does it take Monkey Ball to the next level, or is it another gesture-based game that does more to infuriate than immerse? The latest Super Monkey Ball sticks to tradition as players roll around in plastic balls trying to avoid obstacles en route to a goal at the end of the course. It starts off simple enough, with clear paths and manageable courses, but eventually the difficulty ramps up and the courses become increasingly more complex and exotic. There's an option to team up with a gun-wielding partner in co-op, and having a comrade along for the ride makes the trek more enjoyable. This is one of the game's few high points. Aside from rolling through the 70 different courses, there are 21 mini-games that by all rights ought to be enjoyable distractions, but this couldn't be further from the truth. Instead, you'll scratch your head at many of the activities, all of which suffer from frustrating mechanics and confusing controls. Up to 4 players can compete against each other in each event, but if you don't have a friend nearby, the AI will step in. There's a decent amount of content packed into the game, and several of the levels feature clever designs, but in spite of the effort, Step and Roll can compensate for the poor controls that ruin the experience. Step and Roll's most pressing issue is the mandatory use of either the Wii Remote or the balance board, foregoing any type of traditional interface. It isn't until later on that the shortcomings of the control scheme are exposed, making an already challenging game just about unbearable. Using the balance board puts everything into easy mode by removing all obstacles, but simply trying to move in a straight line is a daunting task in itself, let alone navigating tight turns and narrow spaces. The lack of an option to return your monkey's balance to the neutral position is baffling, and as a result, just trying to stand still is probably the most difficult task in the game. This is further compounded by the absolutely atrocious and nausea-inducing camera work, which is certain to lead to fist clenching and controller slinging. The removal of the optional manual camera control via the nunchuck, which was found in the previous title Banana Blitz, has us scratching our heads. To be clear, it's not that the game's level designs are the problem, far from it. It's just that the controls complicate matters and add an unfair layer of difficulty that few will tolerate. Step and Roll's cel-shaded style works with its vibrant colors and cartoonish flair, but it keeps things simple. There's quite a bit of monkey business to go around, and the atmosphere is very wacky and lighthearted. The experience is complemented by the music and the sound effects, but overall, it's nothing we haven't seen before in a Monkey Ball game. This latest Monkey Ball is briefly enjoyable, but the charm quickly spirals into maddening chaos. The new balance board controls aren't an improvement, and the tilt-based controls with the Wii Remote haven't been refined. It wouldn't be so bad if the developers had also included a traditional control option, which served the old Super Monkey Ball games just fine.